Wow, Bitcoin near new all-time highs now. And do you think altcoin season is finally going to come now, right? Pablo's been calling for this altcoin season, saying it has already started, but do we have any evidence for it? And look at this, right? Well, I'm just glad that Bitcoin resolved this way, right? Basically, we were in a very tight situation, risking a breakdown of this big trend line here. It went down, and I said, look, we must bounce. We must bounce from this area, right? If not, the worst is we get to 107, and then that's major support around these tops, where else Bitcoin's gone nowhere for almost 11 months, 1 year. Must bounce from here. And look, I said, guys, it could easily fake out, right, and then rip it back up. Oh, by the way, today, if altcoin season comes, which coins are we going to buy? I'm going to talk about updates on a couple of coins of our favorites, and also two futures trades that I'm personally making right now. So stay tuned, big episode. So basically, Bitcoin. I think for everybody in my Discord, for everybody who's been watching me, this has been a nail-biting experience. I was not 100% sure, and you never could be 100% sure, but I did say strongly, I'm leaning towards this being a fake out. We'll rip it back up, and then basically retest this 116K, and keeping alive the hope of one more leg up, right? One more big leg up. So basically, this is a scenario I've spoken about a lot, with 107 as my kind of my worst case scenario. Bounce off here, right? We needed really to bounce off this red line, but the market always tries to fake out those market makers. Probably at Binance, since they're the big one, they're the big whale. So they came down here, fake out, right? Like hanging down here, making people think it's going to break down, and then boom, rip it back up. That's the situation I've been talking about. And I've stayed bullish this whole time. Bought more coins, made more trades. I'm just going to show you guys throughout all of this. So yeah, this has been a good situation. So I'm glad resolved upwards, because this was going to be a tight rising triangle. Right now, big closes above this key resistance, that's 116K area, like can still fluctuate here. Don't think that it's going to retest 116. It could, it always could, you know, something crazy like that could always happen, but it's looking like very good, like that we're being set up for a new leg up now, So, you know, I mean, the monthly close was kind of pretty strong as well. Look at this, monthly close, highest close of all time, right? 119K, boom. Next leg could be something like this, right? So for folks who've been asking me, I've always said, look, I think we're headed to new all-time highs, peak around 140 to 165K, September to November, and we've just hit October, so we're pretty much on track. I could be wrong. If I find out that the data changes, then I'll could push back my forecast, right, to even later date, but so far I haven't. If I do, I will inform you guys. It's basically that's my trading plan as it goes for now. So the ETH also doing well, right? Big bounce, and look at this, guys. For folks who've been watching my videos, been talking about this bull flag for a long time. I said ETH is in a bull flag. Here's the flagpole. Here's the flag, right? And we're looking for a breakout here. And I said, look, I think ETH will get to this 39.50, low 39K area, right? That's where it kind of closed, and then wicked down to 3800s, because look, we've got this massive support line, and that's where ETH is basically actually, you know, this trend line carried ETH for this entire rally since up from April the 7th. So ETH has got to bounce from here, and it did. So we're now inside this bull flag, hits the top of the flagpole, and lo and behold, starts to pull back, right? We could see a deeper pullback. And then, in fact, this is starting to, I mean, it's still early in the day, on the trading day of Friday has just begun. So this could turn out to be a topping tail, and therefore we you know, stuff around for a few days. As I said in my last video, we really don't want to see ETH try to touch this trend line again. If it does, it'll be around this 4,130s area. We really don't want to, or anything below 4,200. Really don't want to see that. Wick around. Don't want us to see this trend line retested once again. We just want to see it break through, because this is, the more you knock on these trend line supports, the more likely you have a breakdown. So we really don't want to see another test here. And Altseason looking like it's on track. So which coins are we going to buy in this altcoin season? I'm about to talk about 4 of them, right? Before we talk about that, that's answered the question first of which crypto exchange does Pablo Jimenez use? Well, Pablo uses this exchange that's non-KYC. So basically, I've made this deal with them. That means you don't have to show your ID. That means the exchange can't even see who you are. That means IRS can't see you, tax office can't see you, FBI, CIA, nobody can see you. Total privacy. I made this deal with them. Trade with Pablo, exclusive prize pool, win up to $120,000, right? And just by joining, right, get a 20% bonus straight away. Deposit 100 USDT, get 20 USDT. Deposit $1,000, get $200. You get the idea, right? So just by being the top 30 of this Pablo competition, you get to win part of that prize, up to $125,000 prize pool. Okay, limited time only, folks. This deal finishes on October 16th. So limited time only. And if you're watching this on YouTube right now, then the link is in the description below. The link is in the description below. But if you're watching this on some other platform, such as this one, then that's okay. Just click on my profile page, and there is my link, right? There's my profile page. There's my link tree or stand link. We click on that, and it should be the first deal that pops up, because this is a great deal. Okay, let's get back to the markets, folks. But remember, this great deal is only available on the Pablo Jimenez link, only on the Pablo link. Okay, so here we go. So what are some the coins we would be looking at first? That's I think. ETH. Let's have a look at the ETH versus Bitcoin ratio. First of all, okay, total 2. This is total altcoin market cap. Look at this. How exciting this is. I've been talking about this pullback. I said, look, I think we're going to bounce off this level. We're going to 1.49. I said we're going to wick through to about 1.45. And it bounced up. It came in earlier, slightly earlier, 1.49, great. But look how significant this level is, this 1.7T level here. This is total market cap of all cryptos, altcoins, obviously excluding Bitcoin. So let me just put it on a monthly chart so we can see here. Since the top of November 2021, last top, we've hit it. Again, this is in December 24, Trump election. We hit it again last month, pulled back, scared everyone, and now we're here, right? This is a monthly chart, but I can sort of, and this is, you could interpret this as a top and tail, but if Bitcoin has momentum to go into the 130s, 140s, then this has every chance of breaking out. As you know, the altcoins tend to follow Bitcoin. This is on a weekly chart, right? Weekly doesn't look too bad. I mean, you could, once again, that's a topping tail, small topping tail. So we've had this big week of pullback, bounced off 149T. That's try to close the week above this 1.66 trillion level. We closed it once, then faked out. This time, second time lucky, right? Close above, and then off we go. I think that's a likely scenario. So ETH leading the altcoins, looking good. So let's have a look at a few coins including 2 futures trades. Futures trades I'm doing, and also spot trades I'm doing. So this is Predi. Folks have been asking me what's happening to Predi. Every time it drops, people go, oh, what's happening to Predi, Pablo? So Predi, we can see, has this support level here around down here, because we can see around this 004. We've had this significant bottom here and a number of small bottoms here. So this time turns out the bottom was here, right? And really, right, 0.045, because we had these bottoms here bouncing off. And that's a good sign, except see this range between 0095, yeah, 0095 and 0.18. So this big range is basically where Preddy spent quite a bit of time when it was doing really well. We got up to 0.118, right? Almost 0.12 today, right? In the last 24 hours, got rejected, right? It's not a good sign because it gets rejected, so that means we don't go back into that big range, and boom, it drops back, right? But you could say, well, that's to be expected because on the first, right, attempt to re-enter this range, you get rejected. Okay, to be expected. Nothing too out of the ordinary, but it's a good thing that we're on an uptrend now. We might do this, up, down, right, wick through here, higher high, higher low, and then get in next time, and then bounce around, right, get rejected at this new all-time high, and then make the move. So, I mean, so the significant support levels now are around here, 0.07 here, because we can see a bunch of tops here, right? So the ideal scenario would be to bottom around 0.065, 0.07-ish area, higher high, higher low, and then break into this big trading range next time. I mean, look, Preddy is you know, pretty much well connected to the base chain and the base chain founders, and they're basically pretty much into the prediction markets. And I don't need to tell you guys how hot prediction markets have been lately with Kalshi, with Polymarket, and you know how big Polymarket is. So Preddy is basically like sitting at FDV 7.8 mil, very small compared to those big guys, but it's just I think the whole prediction market theory is going to run for quite a while. So this is a coin that I'm going to keep a bag of. Like, yeah, sure, take some profits, you know, when the price is doing well, but I'm keeping a good bag because I think this is the whole prediction market idea with the US football season. Everyone's betting on predicting, you know, these games and game results. So that's something I think could do at least another leg up, if not even two legs up, right? It's only 7.8 mil FDV. So, and by the way, none of the coins I'm talking about today are sponsored. I can legally declare none of the coins I talk about are sponsored. None of them. Okay. So, second coin is another favorite of ours, Wire, or 7i7 Capital. It's being in a similar sort of situation. So we can see that had a major run. Well, Pablo told folks about it. When it was around here. It's done a 60x run. 60x run. I mean, guys in my Discord, you know, you guys caught this, and guys watching my videos, you probably caught like a 30x run as well. If you watched it straight away on YouTube, that's where I posted it first, and then I posted on the other platforms. So if I've been saying in my Discord, I see this as a bull flag. It's quite normal for coins to make this kind of a pullback after a 60x move. Like a 60x move, and then it makes a pullback. That's quite normal, right? People got to take some profits. So I've been saying in my Discord that I see this as a bull flag. So basically, and you can see, how do we know this bull flag is valid? Because it got rejected here once, right? Hit the top here again, topped out here three times. So around this 0.006 level, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It basically just kept on hitting that level. So, and it's also where, if we link up at least these two tops, it would indicate here. If this analysis is correct, if this is the bull flag, if I've drawn this trend line correctly, then and this is a bull flag, then basically we can see that, you know, flag breakout. So this is likely we've started the second wave up, and look, but we're not safe yet. We're not in price discovery just yet. I would say, all right, yeah, of course it's this level, major resistance around here. Why is that? Look at this. We've had this pivot top here, right? 009. We've had this top daily tops, right? So again, major resistance here, and bang around between pullback probably gets to, pullback I would say probably gets to around this 008 at best. At worst, we can bounce off here at 005, right? That'd be a big pullback, right? But higher high, higher low. Remember how it came from all from 002, higher high, higher low, and then probably breakthrough. And I think this is a bigger resistance than probably this one at 0.01 or 1 cents. Once we get above here for a couple of days, I think then we go. What's the reason why Wire is doing this? There hasn't been any news for Wire. Well, Wire is doing this because they hinted strongly they've got big news coming. They said, calm before the storm. This is calm before the storm. That's what they tweeted. They don't tell you what the news is. I personally, as you know, I interviewed the founder of Wire like 2 weeks ago on my Twitter channel. You guys can all go and see it. I mean, it's. I interviewed the guy and not sponsored, by the way. I did it for free, and he said they are trying to take over a bank because they do these payment rails for on-ramp, off-ramp of fiat money into USDC. They're officially partnered with USDC. They're now officially partnered with Tether as well. So they're trying to overtake a bank to get a regulated American bank with a license to do these payment rails as well. Very bullish situation. What are they valued at? Let's see. I remember that they're kind of like low, like just 8 mil as well. So total FDV 8 mil as well. So like it's where do you think? Like, do you think a bank that does this, right, should be valued at 8 mil? I mean, these. Wire is not a stock, it's just this AI agent, but people see it kind of as the stock, not financial advice. Okay, let's talk about the 2 coins, that 2 futures trades I'm doing. Just quickly, so basically, as folks know, I went to the Singapore event to meet a few folks. And this is the co-founder of CFX. Again, not sponsored, right? This is Mr. Zhang Yuanjie. He's basically co-founder of CFX, which is a $700 million market cap right now. And the significant news is that they've issued the very first regulated, world's first regulated offshore Chinese yuan stablecoin launched this month, and they did it on the blockchain. Only 20 mil, but it's hugely significant because if you think about how many countries would trade with China, and if US shuts down their China trade, US dollar SWIFT trading pipeline, then they're going to fall back on Chinese bank transfers or Chinese stablecoin, and they've just made the first step, 20 mil, and it's look, the market hasn't reacted, the market hasn't woken up to it, but I thought it's quite significant. Look at this. So they've basically pulled back to this significant support level, which I've got marked up on my chart. This 0.14 area, it wicked below to 0.135, and it came back up. So I bought here. I'll show you guys the futures trade I did. So that's my trade here. This is my buy. Just enlarge it so you can. And by the way, it's on it's on Bitunix as well, because it's just I told you guys the personal exchange that I use. Bull flag. My buy was here around this 14 cents, 14.7 ish area. Told my Discord guys that's where I'm buying as well. So the let me put it on weekly so that it's easier to see what's happening here. Basically, you can call this a big bull flag range as well, and this is another bull flag within a bull flag. But we can see why this 14 cents area is significant, right? Number of bottoms here, bottom here, right? Kind of 1 or 2 tops here. So this 14 cents area, provided the tops here as well, right, is significant. And in my view, I think it's it's basically forming a bull flag here. If Bitcoin moves, Ethereum moves, then we would move up to this 18, 19 cents level and then try to break out. I told my folks about this, and this is all public record, made videos, told Twitter about it, around this 9 cents area. Went up 3x, hit 27 cents, of course, deep pullback, pullback 50% to this 13.5 cents level, exactly 50%, and then basically might as well bet on a bottom here and for a rebound. Of course, not, no one can be 100% sure. So I'm using just light leverage here, about 8x, because I can see it taking another dip around this to retest maybe 14 cents, 13.5 cents level. So I don't want to use heavy leverage. So basically, as we can see here, my leverage is like 8x on it. So I would have liked to get in even lower, but if I got in around 13.8, 14.1, I could use slightly higher leverage. If it could always go down and take out my stop around here, but if it does, it's just, I thought it's a high risk reward ratio, because it may not go lower than this 13.5 cents area, and then my trade would still be alive. And then if we swing up, then 8x is will give me a nice move. And finally, Cake. Cake, as we know, is basically has been big with and also Cake. This is also trading on Bitunix. This is all available there. My buy order, if folks can see it, was at this $1.63. My entry was $1.63. Entry price $1.63. Now at $3.38. I think I shared this trade, 10x leverage. I think I shared this trade with folks a while back, because I said, look, CZ's coming out of jail, so the way I would play the BNB chain, Binance chain, is to get into Cake. That's the DEX on BNB chain. That's the DEX on Binance. So CZ's going to make some moves, but I didn't know at the time that he was going to launch a new DEX, a perp DEX called Aster. We've all heard about it now. That was my guess at the time. You win some, you lose some, but it still turned out to be a great trade. Picked it up when everyone was panicking back around, I think this was April or March, and rode it all the way here. So we're up 2x, right? But I used a 10x leverage, so this is looking like a good trade. 10x leverage, but on a 2x move in the spot. So I think Cake will do well sooner or later, because CZ's trying to pump his BNB chain again, and BNB itself has crossed 1,000 and is holding pretty well. If BNB runs to 1,300, 1,500, 1,700, then PancakeSwap is just going to do really well. Okay. All right. Thank you for tuning in, guys, and I'll keep you guys updated. Cheers. Bye-bye.